All right. Hey, JT back again. This is Tuesday for a new Vinyl Buys Tuesday. And yes, every Tuesday I like to show the new vinyl records that I have bought, either just very, very recently. Some I've had for a little while, but they're all really new. So let me go ahead and start a little bit, except that, hey, with Record Store Day, I hope you all got, what you're looking for. I just got a few. I did a little video, and I'm real happy with what I got. So today I'm going to show 5 records, about 3 of them that I got just in the last week in the mail. These are all online. Well, yeah, 1 or 2 are not online. Anyhow, let me go ahead and get started. And here's a record from the UK. A band rather, that I'm just so happy to finally have this on vinyl. I had it years ago on vinyl, and that would be, man, Pink Floyd, Metal. So happy to have this. This is the remaster from James Guthrie and Bernie Grundman, and this is all from All Analog. And you have Fearless and Echoes on this. One of these days, Pillow of Wind, Saint-Tropez. Wonderful record. This is recorded at Abbey Road Studios in London, and it was originally released on Harvest Records, and I bet a lot of you guys have the original copy, either UK press on Harvest. So cool to have that one. I'm very, very happy with this. And this record was right between Atom Heart Mother and Obscured by Clouds. And in America, when this was released, there were a lot of us that were Pink Floyd fans, except for in the USA, when Dark Side hit, that's when it really blew up. But the bad marketing for this record in the US just didn't take off in the US. And it really didn't, the band didn't really take off until Dark Side. Yeah, and this cover is so cool. This is, what this is ear underwater, right? Love it. I wouldn't want it to change. This has always been the cover of Metal, and I like it very, very much. My first band in the early 90s, right around, 1991, we were called Imaginary Numbers, and we did a cover of Fearless. We were an acoustic band, and we set up our stage like a living room. It was so great, and we did 3- and 4-part harmonies on Fearless, and I came up with a nice little guitar part for Fearless. It was just a wonderful song to play. So Pink Floyd, Metal, so very happy to have this one. Yeah. All right, and here's another band. Hannah over at the Omaha Introvert. She loves this band, and I was watching her channel quite a bit in the last few months. And, I used to have cassettes of this band in the 90s, and one in particular, and that would be Japan, Quiet Life. And, this singer, he really, a wonderful singer, he really reminds me a lot like Cy Curnin from The Fix. If you ever, put on some Fix and you're going to see a little bit of the vocal style, this guy is a wonderful singer, just so good. This is Quiet Life. And, definitely new wave. This is released in the fall of 1979. And, this is when they started getting more into synth pop from the first records that were more glam. Especially on the first 2 records, they were more glam rock for Japan. And this band formed really a long time ago in 1974 in South London. And their original idea was to meld electronic music with, let's say, not like world music today, but influences from all around the world. And you have David Sylvian here on the cover, Steve Jansen, Mick Karn, and Richard Barbieri that make up Japan, Quiet Life. And here's the back cover. I want to get more records, by Japan. So, so good. And here's the hype. All right. And next up, guys, here's a record. These guys hail from San Diego, but of course, everybody goes to LA to, to make it in the business. So you have Scott Weiland, Man, you have the brothers of Dean and Robert DeLeo and Eric Kretz on drums, and that would be Stone Temple Pilots core. And I just picked this up. I was at my indie record store here in town in Reno, and this was on the wall. This is just the German press, the one that came out a while ago. I'm sure it's going to sound really great. Here's the hype. It's on 180 gram black vinyl. And, you know, besides Purple, you know, this is their best album. And this, I mean, so fantastic. I mean, you have Creep on here, you have Plush, Where the River Grows, Sin, Piece of Pie, Wet My Bed, Cracker Man. This record just plays good from start to finish. Sex Type Thing, No Memory, Wicked Garden. Here's the tracks. And Brendan O'Brien produced this record. He did, you know, Pearl Jam as well. And this record finally came out in 1992. They did it in about 1991. It took quite a while to come out, about September. And remember when this came out? This was huge. Such a great record. So glad to have it. All right. And next up, guys, a band that formed way back in 1967 in London. And you have Bill Legend in the band. You have Mickey Finn, Steve Curry, and Mark Bolan of TRex. And here I finally got Electric Warrior. I mean, this is just so cool to have. You know, the first TRex albums, about the first four were very like psych folk, which are really cool to have. But, you know, for me, Electric Warrior and the Slider are just so very excellent. And it really wasn't with this band until Ride the White Swan in around 1970. And such a great song. And if you've seen the film Billy Elliot, and if you haven't, you got to watch it because it really showcases the music of TRex and Mark Bolan. But, you know, this is the record where they really moved into a straight rock and roll glam style. And so fantastic. Here's the hype on this. And I just got this in the mail about a week ago. I remember there were times through the years where I'm looking at this record and I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. In the back of my mind, it's like, well, I have the Slider and I'm not really a completist, but now I have it. I'm going to enjoy this from the first needle drop until the last cut, and so fantastic. All right. Stoked on that. All right, and the last record, this is a band that formed in 1981 in Los Angeles. You would think they're from San Francisco because they spent most of their career up in the Bay Area, San Francisco. But, you know, as I said before, you know, so many bands gravitate to Los Angeles to make it in the business. And this is a band that really, you know, really set the trend for thrash metal, along with Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer. And that would be Metallica. Yeah. So, you know, I got this one about 2 months ago. This is from, you know where it's from. I'll show you. That's where it's from. And this is the record that came out after the death of, the very sad death of Cliff Burton. And they picked up Jason Newsted. And I always wonder, you know, with the lack of bass on this mix, if, I mean, you didn't even get to hear Jason's bass playing much. Very unusual mix. And for that reason, you know, I really prefer Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All so much. Those are my two favorite. Master of Puppets. And I really like the Black Album. I really do. I mean, it's just a wonderful album from start to finish. And yeah, so very good. Let me show you the vinyl on this. So this is that green vinyl. And let me see here. Here we have a little, there's the band, there's the boys. James, Lars, Kurt. All right. And here's that crazy green vinyl. Oh yeah. So the next record I need to pick up is Master of Puppets. And here's the back cover. And hey, you guys, thanks for watching. Really glad to have this one. This sounds good. I spun the whole thing about 3 weeks ago, and it really, really does sound good. You know, people diss and bag a lot on, let's say, Walmart or Target. You got to be selective and see what sounds good or what does not sound good. So, hey guys, with that, you know, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video, and take care. All right, thanks.